What if I told you there exists a sacred method, a divine command so complete that it harmonizes your body, mind, and soul overnight without struggle, without years of effort, without needing to escape the responsibilities of modern life? There is an ancient spiritual science, tested through millennia and proven in my own direct experience as Paramahansa Yogananda, that brings total well-being, physical vitality, mental clarity, and spiritual awakening, often within just 24 hours of sincere practice. This is not magic, nor is it wishful thinking. This is yoga in its truest form, the science of union with the divine, refined through the ages, and now offered to you with clear, practical instruction. If you are ready to activate this transformative frequency in your life, comment below. I unite with the divine and my reality transforms. This is not a request but a declaration of your commitment. And it sets into motion the vibrational shift that begins your journey to complete well-being right now. Today I speak to you with urgency because in this modern age, so many approach yoga with fragmented understanding, treating it as mere physical exercise or stress relief, completely missing its revolutionary power to transform every aspect of your being. How many practice yoga poses for flexibility yet remain mentally restless and spiritually empty? How many try meditation for a few minutes, find their mind wandering, and conclude they cannot meditate? How often do people separate body training from mental discipline, from spiritual practice, never realizing these are three expressions of one unified science? These are the limitations of superficial approaches that focus on symptoms rather than causes, on fragments rather than wholeness. The truth is profound yet simple. When you understand and practice yoga as the complete science it was designed to be, everything changes. Your body becomes vibrant and healthy. Your mind becomes calm and focused. Your soul awakens to its divine nature. My journey as Paramahansa Yogananda began in India, where from earliest childhood I was drawn to the mysteries that lie beyond the surface of ordinary existence. Through years of searching, I found my guru Sri Yukteswar, who initiated me into the sacred science of Kriya Yoga, the ancient technique that had been preserved through an unbroken lineage of enlightened masters. In my own practice, and in bringing these teachings to the West, I discovered the universal truth that underlies all genuine spiritual paths. The body, mind, and soul are not separate entities but different frequencies of the one divine energy flowing through all creation. When you learn to consciously direct this life force, this prana, you gain mastery over your entire being. This is the essence of yoga, not contorting the body into impressive shapes, but harmonizing all your energies with the infinite creative power of the universe. Let me reveal to you the mechanism by which this transformation actually occurs. For understanding is the foundation of all practice. Your physical body is animated by life force, prana, flowing through a subtle network of energy channels. When this prana flows outward through the five senses toward objects of desire, attachment, and destruction, you experience depletion, stress, disease, and spiritual disconnection. But when you learn specific techniques to withdraw this scattered energy from the periphery and redirect it inward and upward through the spine to the brain, something miraculous happens. The body becomes recharged with vitality, the mind becomes calm and concentrated, and the soul awakens to its true nature as immortal consciousness. This is not religious belief, this is spiritual science operating according to precise laws that anyone can verify through sincere practice. The complete practice of yoga as I teach it consists of several integrated techniques, each serving a specific purpose in the harmonization of body, mind, and soul. First are the energization exercises, which I developed in 1916 specifically to prepare modern students for deep meditation. These are not ordinary physical exercises, but psychophysical techniques that teach you to consciously draw cosmic energy into every part of your body through will and concentrated attention. Stand or sit comfortably, tense specific muscle groups while inhaling and willing energy into that area, then completely relax while exhaling and feeling the energy distribute throughout your system. Practice this systematically for all body parts, arms, legs, torso, neck, and head. Within days of regular practice, you will notice increased vitality, reduced fatigue, improved resistance to illness, and a magnetic quality in your entire being. This is because you are learning to recharge your body not just through food and rest, but directly from the infinite reservoir of cosmic energy that surrounds and permeates all existence. After energizing the body, you must prepare the mind for meditation through the practice of concentration. Sit with spine straight. This is absolutely essential, for the spine is the highway along which life force travels between body and brain, and only when properly aligned can energy flow freely. Close your eyes and bring your attention to the point between the eyebrows, the spiritual eye, the seat of concentration and divine perception. Now practice the Hong Sao technique. Breathe naturally without controlling the breath, and as you inhale, mentally repeat Hong. As you exhale, mentally repeat Sao. These ancient sounds mean I am He, affirming your identity with infinite consciousness. The purpose is not to change the breath, but to use it as an anchor for your wandering attention. When thoughts arise, and they will, do not fight them or judge yourself. Simply ask with gentle awareness, where do these thoughts come from? Are they serving my highest good, or are they habitual distractions? This inquiry creates space between you as the observer and the thoughts you observe, giving you power over the mind rather than being controlled by it. As you continue the Hong Sao practice daily, a profound shift begins to occur. Your breath naturally becomes slower, subtler, more refined. This is the scientific sign that your consciousness is withdrawing from body identification and sensory attachment, entering deeper states of awareness. The ancient yogis discovered the precise correlation between breath rate and mental state. When the breath is rapid and irregular, the mind is restless and agitated. When the breath becomes slow and rhythmic, the mind becomes calm and focused. When the breath nearly stops in advanced meditation, the mind transcends all limitations and experiences its true nature as infinite consciousness. This is not philosophy but observable fact that you can verify in your own practice. Now I must speak of the highest technique, the crown jewel of all yogic practices, Kriya Yoga itself. Kriya is an advanced method of pranayama, life force control, that was lost for centuries and rediscovered by my lineage of masters. In Kriya, you learn to circulate prana consciously up and down the spine, magnetizing the cerebrospinal centers and accelerating your spiritual evolution exponentially. The technique involves specific breath patterns coordinated with mental focus and energy awareness, inhaling with the sound ha, while drawing cool current up the inside of the imaginary hollow spinal canal from the coccyx to the point between the eyebrows, then exhaling with the sound E, while sending warm current down the outside of the spine. Each Kriya cycle performed correctly is said to advance your spiritual development by 1 year of natural evolution. 14 Kriyas practiced morning and evening can therefore accomplish in 1 day what would ordinarily require years or lifetimes of spiritual progress. But here is the command that activates this entire science and makes it effective in your actual life experience. You must practice with devotion, not just mechanical technique. Before beginning your yoga practice each day, declare with feeling and authority, I am not this limited body, I am not this restless mind, I am infinite spirit, temporarily focused in form, awakening now to my true divine nature. Through this practice, I command my body to become healthy and vital, my mind to become calm and focused, my soul to realize its oneness with the infinite. This is not mere positive thinking. This is metaphysical law in action. Your subconscious mind, which controls the vast majority of your bodily functions and mental patterns, accepts as absolute truth whatever you impress upon it with sufficient feeling and repetition. By making this declaration before practice, you program your entire being for transformation. The practical daily routine that brings complete results is this. Upon waking, before the mind becomes crowded with the concerns of the day, practice the energization exercises for 5 to 10 minutes, consciously willing cosmic energy into every part of your body. Then sit for meditation, practice Hong Sao for 10 to 15 minutes to develop concentration, and if you have been initiated, practice Kriya Yoga according to the instruction you received. After meditation, sit in stillness for a few minutes, absorbing the peace you have created and allowing it to permeate every cell of your being. Throughout the day, maintain awareness of your breath and posture. Use affirmations to reinforce divine truth. I am healthy, vital, peaceful, and one with the infinite, and bring yogic consciousness to every action. Eating consciously, walking with awareness, speaking with kindness, working with focus. In the evening, repeat your meditation practice. And then comes the most powerful moment for transformation. In the 60 seconds before sleep, as you lie in bed, entering the borderland between waking and sleeping, called the hypnagogic state. Your conscious mind relaxes its grip, and your subconscious becomes extraordinarily receptive to impression. In this sacred window, decree with feeling, my body, mind, and soul are perfectly harmonized. Divine energy flows through every cell, healing, rejuvenating, and awakening me to my true nature. Tomorrow I will notice increased vitality in my body, clarity in my mind, and joy in my soul. I am becoming the divine being I truly am. What you impress upon your subconscious in this state bypasses all doubt and resistance, planting seeds that manifest as changed experience the following day. This is not wishful thinking, but vibrational transformation. You are literally changing the frequency at which your consciousness operates. Within 24 hours of sincere practice following this complete yogic system, you will notice unmistakable signs of transformation. Perhaps you wake up feeling more refreshed than usual, with a subtle energy coursing through your body. Maybe you find yourself handling a stressful situation with unexpected calm and clarity. Is you might notice that your digestion improves, chronic aches begin to diminish, or a persistent mental fog starts to lift. These are not coincidences or placebo effects. These are the natural results of directing life force consciously rather than allowing it to scatter unconsciously. You have changed the fundamental operating system of your being, and everything downstream from that change reflects the new reality. Your body responds to increased pranic charge by healing and strengthening itself. Your mind responds to disciplined focus by becoming clearer and more powerful. Your soul responds to devoted practice by revealing glimpses of its infinite nature. But I must emphasize, with all the authority of my experience and that of thousands of students who have walked this path, knowledge without practice produces zero results. You can understand everything I have shared intellectually, you can admire the beauty of these teachings philosophically, yet remain exactly as you are, body weak, mind restless, soul asleep, if you do not actually practice daily. The difference between those who transform and those who remain stuck is not intelligence or favorable circumstances, but simply this, the willingness to practice consistently with devotion and sincerity. Even 5 minutes of deep focused practice is worth infinitely more than hours of distracted reading about yoga. The power is not in knowing about these techniques, but in doing them. Not in understanding the theory, but in experiencing the reality. Ask yourself now with complete honesty, am I truly ready to transform? Or am I only hoping for transformation while continuing the same patterns that created my current state? Do I want to become healthy, peaceful, and spiritually awake? Or do I merely wish to feel better while avoiding the daily discipline that actual transformation requires? The evolved human being, the one who embodies yoga rather than just practicing poses, is one who has made the conscious choice to assume the identity of what they seek rather than hoping someday to achieve it. When you practice yoga with this understanding, not as something you do, but as what you become, everything shifts. You are not trying to get healthy. You are claiming the health that is your divine birthright. You are not struggling to find peace. You are recognizing the peace that is your true nature beneath all mental disturbance. Now I call you to committed action, for this is where the teaching becomes living truth rather than abstract philosophy. Comment below, I unite with the divine, and my reality transforms to seal your commitment and activate the transformative frequency in your consciousness. Subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell to continue receiving these sacred teachings that can guide you deeper into the mystery and mastery of your own being. Remember, you are not subscribing to entertainment or information. You are aligning yourself with a spiritual current that has flowed through an unbroken lineage of enlightened masters and can carry you from ordinary existence to extraordinary realization. Share this teaching with anyone you know who genuinely seeks to transform body, mind, and soul, for in helping others discover this path, you deepen your own. Understanding and commitment. The complete practice of yoga, as I teach it, is not about withdrawing from life, but about bringing divine consciousness into every moment and every action. When you practice the energization exercises, Hang Sao concentration, and Kriya Yoga daily, when you maintain awareness throughout the day, when you use the hypnagogic state before sleep to impress divine commands upon your subconscious, you create a lifestyle of continuous spiritual practice. Your body becomes the temple of the living God. Your mind becomes the altar of focused devotion. Your soul awakens to its identity as infinite consciousness, temporarily individualized in form. This is not a distant ideal reserved for saints, but your immediate possibility, available right now through sincere application of these scientific spiritual techniques. May you discover through your own direct experience the truth I have lived and shared, that you are not a limited mortal being struggling to find peace in a chaotic world, but infinite spirit, temporarily focused in body and mind, with the power to consciously direct your life force and transform every aspect of your existence. The techniques have been given with clarity and love. The path has been walked by countless souls before you and proven effective without exception for all who practice sincerely. The only question remaining is your commitment. Will you practice? Or will you merely admire these teachings from a distance? Go now, energize your body with conscious will, concentrate your mind through devoted breath awareness. Awaken your soul through Kriya Yoga meditation and discover the complete well-being, physical, mental, and spiritual, that is your divine heritage. The universe responds not to wishes but to commands backed by feeling and action. Command your transformation now and watch as body, mind, and soul unite in the perfect harmony of yoga.